Hello and welcome back to another YouTube video, and today I'm going to be rating all the football stadiums that I have been to out of the 92. I've got my map here which has got a lot of them, but the ones up north, well, lots of them are ones that I've just seen from the outside because I haven't actually been to that many. I've been to 7 of the 92 to actually watch a match, but some of the ones up here are like Man City, Man United. I had a stadium tour there. Obviously I went to Luton 3 weeks ago, so that's scratched off because I've been there, but obviously I don't count that in the list today because I haven't actually seen a match there. If you have any other YouTube ideas, I've got some, like I'm going to do Prem predictions, Championship, League 1, League 2 predictions. I've got some other ideas, but if you have any more ideas, either DM me on Instagram or write a comment below. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss a video coming up because I've got loads planned. Also next season I'm going to go to so many matches. Okay, so in 7th place I have put the Kassam Stadium, which is for Oxford United. Now the main reason is that it's got a freestand stadium, which means it's really easy to look in and see the car park. The only thing is though is that the stadium is quite nice. It feels like an old school stadium. Yeah, it's quite nice, the stadium. Another problem is it's really difficult to get to. It's really far out of the actual city and there's not that many bus links to get there. Winter actually inside the stadium is not too bad. I went to see Oxford versus Ipswich back in January and that's a match that was really foggy. But yeah, I just overall think if they're building a stadium, why only build 3 stands? It doesn't really make sense to me. Yeah, that's why I put Oxford in 7th. Okay, so now in 6th place I have put the Broadfield Stadium, which is for Crawley town. Now, there's a few reasons why I put this in 6th, but again, it's quite far out of the actual town centre. There's a few buses that go from Brighton, and the 2 train stations in Crawley, well, the 2 main ones, Three Bridges and Crawley, the actual station. They're quite far away. Crawley's I think about a mile away, and Three Bridges about 2 miles away. I went back in March to watch Crawley versus Rochdale, and it was quite a nice atmosphere. It felt like quite a small team. It felt almost like it was a non-league, maybe a National League side. Yeah, overall there's not too much to say about it. It's quite a small stadium. Capacity is about 6,000. In 5th place I have put Fratton Park, which is for Portsmouth, and the thing is, it's quite a nice stadium. I think the capacity is about 20,000, and I know usually it does have a good atmosphere. When I went to watch them on the last game of the season against Wycombe, I was actually in the Wycombe away end, as you might have seen in my video, I did make a video there. The thing is with Portsmouth is that it almost feels like a tiny bit run down. The seats look like they're about to almost break. The plastic, also at the floor, the floor didn't actually look that good. Yeah, it's quite easy to get to. There's a station in Fratton which is quite good and helpful. In 4th place I have put Adams Park, which is home to Wickham Wanderers. Now when I went there, it was in 2022, and I went there on a Plymouth Argyle away day there, and like I said in the Pompey video, Plymouth Argyle are my second team because of like family connections and stuff. Yeah, with Wickham Stadium, which is called Adams Park, it's quite nice. It's quite small, so I think it's got a capacity of like 10,000. It's right near like some woods and stuff. It's quite nice. It is hard to get to though. There's not that many bus links. There's nothing really much to say about it. Overall though, it's quite a nice little stadium. In 3rd place I have put St James's Park, and I'm not talking about the Newcastle Stadium. I'm talking about Exeter City. Now, the reason why I went there is because on my dad's side they're from like North Devon, which is Exeter fans, and my mum's side is like South Devon and Plymouth Argyle fans. So I was with my uncle on my dad's side to go to Exeter versus Shrewsbury in February, I think it was. It was 0-0. It was quite a boring game, but the stadium's quite nice. One of our stands is almost just finishes just past the halfway line, and this is because of the train line that goes off to Exmouth and towards London Waterloo from Exeter St David's. Now in 2nd place I have put Home Park, which is for Plymouth Argyle. Now yeah, I'm not trying to be biased by putting Brighton in 1st, But the reason I put Plymouth Argyle in second is because it's right in a park called Central Park, which is quite a nice. Also, it's really easy to get to. There's Plymouth train station really close to the stadium. Also, with Plymouth Argyle Home Park, it's got a nice mix of having a modern side of a stadium and an old side. It feels like an old stadium. When you actually go inside, it's quite nice, and it almost feels a bit modern. They've got some good cameras there. They also have the new screen that shows like the score and stuff. Their Mayflower stand, which is almost like their grandstand, was like rebuilt in 2019, I think it was. And now in first place I have put the Amex Stadium, which is also known as the Falmouth Stadium, home to my team Brighton. And I'm not trying to be biased by putting Brighton at the top, but I do think it is a really nice stadium. It's a modern stadium. It's not like it's too big or it's like really big for Brighton. Its capacity is coming up to 32,000. Now I think this is like a good size because it's not like people are struggling too much to buy tickets, but it's not like we just don't fill our stadium. I think it's quite a nice size. Also, many people are saying, oh yeah, but it's like too modern for a football stadium. Most football stadiums should be kept older. Just to remind people that it wasn't Brighton's fault that we changed from the Goldstone ground and that we were forced to be moved out. So it's not really our fault about that. Secondly, is that even though it is quite far out and it's a modern stadium, it's out in Falmouth, which is towards like the north-east of Brighton. It's so easy to get to. There's the A27, which is the road. There's also there's a train line as well, which you can easily get to from Brighton station. There's loads and loads of buses that go there. And also another thing is that apparently the worst seat in the Amex is better than the premium seats at Wembley. Now I've heard this before, and I just think it's probably true actually, because the seats at the Amex are so comfortable. Also there's quite a lot of leg room at the Amex as well. Overall I just think it's a really nice stadium. Now if you have enjoyed that video, please smash the like button and also subscribe. I'm really trying to get to 400 subscribers soon. I have got so many videos coming up, so make sure you hit that notification bell so you don't miss one. If you have any suggestions, like I said, please DM me on Instagram or write a comment now. Yeah, thank you so much for watching and please subscribe.